Hello everyone, welcome to Archana's Teaching Hub. Today we are going to learn the basic concepts of economics that every student must understand by the end of this class. You will clearly understand what is economics, why resources are scarce, how people make choices, and how demand and supply work in our daily lives. So let's begin. First, let us understand the meaning of economics. Economics is the social science that studies how people use limited resources to satisfy unlimited wants. Every person has unlimited wants such as food, clothes, education, a house, a mobile phone, and entertainment. But our resources like money, time, and natural resources are limited. Therefore, economics helps us make the best possible decisions. For example, suppose a family has a monthly income 20,000. They have to decide how much money to spend on food, education, transport, electricity, and saving. This decision making process is economics. Scarcity. Now let's move to the second concept, scarcity. Scarcity means resources are limited but human wants are unlimited. This is the basic economic problem faced by every individual and every country. Since resources are limited, we cannot satisfy all our wants to at the same time. For example, imagine a college has only 100 seats but 500 students apply for admission. Since seats are limited, not everyone can get admission. This is called scarcity. Choice. Because resources are scarce, people must make choices. Choice means selecting the best alternative among different options. Whenever we make one choice, we leave another option behind. For example, a student has 500 rupees. He can either buy books or buy a new pair of shoes. If he chooses books, he gives up buying shoes. This is an economic choice. Opportunity cost. Now let's understand opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is the value of the next best alternative that is sacrificed when making a choice. In a simple words, it is what you give up to get something else. For example, you spend your evening study instead of watching a movie. The movie you did not watch in your opportunity cost. Remember this definition because it is very important in economics and competitive exams. Production possibility curve PPC. Next is the production possibility curve, also called PPC. The PPC shows the maximum possible combinations of two goods that can be produced using available resources and technology. Look at the graph. Points on the curve represent efficient use of resources. Points inside the curve represent underutilization or unemployment of resources. Points outside the curve cannot be achieved with current resources and technology. For example, suppose a country can produce either rice or wheat using the same resources. Producing more rice means producing less wheat. This trade off is shown by the PPC. Economic system. Now let's discuss different economic system. An economic system is the method through which a country organizes the production, distribution and consumption of goods and services. There are three main types: capitalist economy, private individuals own businesses, example USA; socialistic economy, the government owns and control resources, for example Cuba; mixed economy, both the government and private sector work together, for example India. India follows a mixed economy. Demand. Demand is the quantity of a good that consumers are willing and able to buy at different prices during a given period. Remember, desire alone is not demand. A person must also have the ability to pay. For example, if the price of chocolates falls, people usually buy more chocolates. Law of demand. The law of demand states that when the price of a good increases, demand decreases. When the price increases, demand decreases, keeping all other factors constant. This means price and demand have an inverse relationship. For example, when ice cream costs 20 rupees, fewer people buy it. When the price falls to 10 rupees, more people buy it. Now, exception to the law of demand. Although the law of demand is generally true, there are some exceptions. Sometimes demand increases even when the price rises. These exceptions include Veblen goods, means such as luxury watches and expensive cars. Giffen goods, uh, panic buying, future price expectations, habit forming goods. If people expect gold increases, price increases future, they may buy more gold even though the current price is already high. Supply. Finally, let's understand supply. Supply is the quantity of a good that producers are willing and able to sell at a different prices during a given period. Generally, higher prices encourage producers to supply more goods because they can earn higher profits. When the market price of wheat increases, farmers produce all sell more wheat. So, students, today we learn the 10 basic concepts of microeconomics. These concepts from the foundation of economics and are very important for UGC NET, SET, CTET, TT, and other competitive examinations. Thank you for watching. If you found this session helpful, make sure to make notes and revise these concepts. And I will see you in the next microeconomics class. Happy learning!